Hello, good people, and welcome to another section of Pop Your Mind podcast where we discuss insights of things happening around the world. And today, I will take you back to the topic that we have been discussing on it uh, for a while now. Remember when I said that Russia is the most sanctioned country in the world with over 20,000 sanctions, next by Iran with 4,300. So you could seal the wide margin. And the West and the American, they have been able to crush a lot of countries not to even be able to breathe from sanctions. I can quote you the likes of North Korea, the likes of Zimbabwe, and many others. But Russia have been able to prove to Europe and he have been able to prove to the Americans that they are not the only bosses, that he's equally a boss, that he cannot be moved. He's like a mountain that cannot be shaken. And I've tried that for 3 years. And with all projections, the Russian economic have grown more than American economic, and we'll not even talk about the economic of Europe because the sanctions that they imposed on Russia, it was like Europe burying themselves. The moment they imposed sanctions, inflation hits them, their economics start crashing, they lost their industrial base. And you could see to a lot of Asian countries, African countries, that their dream was Europe. Europe is not longer a dream because there's nothing left. The economic is in sham. They are suffering more than even the way you're suffering, where you are thinking that you want to go. And that is a good news because you cannot remain a superpower forever, especially when you look down on other countries. I was so angry at the time when the African countries they went to Ukraine because they have the love for the European country that they should have peace. And when they left, one of stupid Ukrainian officials they say that the African countries are coming because they are hungry, that they want Russians to send their food. Can you imagine that kind of stupids? And today you can see now that the new chef is in the White House now, do you actually think that it have come to the end of Russian isolation? You know, Europe was making a very big deal out of it that no one should talk to the Russians, that they should totally isolate. Even when the current EU president visit Russia, the whole of them, they were making noise all over the social media. But now Donald Trump is back. He actually made the first call with the president of Russia, Putin, and it was very interesting after that call because the whole Europe was in panic. And they were not even afraid, but that Donald Trump made that call, but they were actually afraid that they might not even have a seat on the table. And you can see Ukraine, they're running now out that, we will not accept any deal behind our back. Anything that must be discussed, Ukraine must be on the table. And you can actually see it very clear, like President Putin had been saying, that the military operation was for 2 days, even though it have moved to 3 years, but it could have actually been 3 days, if not for the Europes or the Americans. And to talk of it, very soon, the president of Russia will be meeting with Trump in Saudi Arabia to settle this nonsense war that have killed a lot of people for a while. And I'm just saying from my own perspective, I don't like to see people dying. The war in Russia, in Ukraine, the war in Gaza have killed a lot of people. And this should never have happened. And we just pray that now that the president of Putin, Trump, and Zelensky wants to give peace a chance. We pray that so should it be. And I want you to give me your own comment, what you think in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next podcast.